Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a first impression on the new Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow little palette right here. This is a face palette. It does come with 2 blushes as well as 2 glow slash highlighters type of products in here, 2 are cream, 2 are powders, and this is the way that the palette looks from the outside. It is, first of all, a lot smaller than what I was expecting. It came in this little box right here, by the way. It's a lot smaller than what I was expecting just because I am a fan of a lot of face palettes that come with the same type of products or bronzers and all of that. So I am very familiar with face palettes, and this one just seems a lot smaller than those. And not only that, but the pans inside are a lot smaller than what I was expecting. Now, of course, I know how much product I'm going to get because if I'm placing an order, I can see right there that it says like the size or how much product you get. But whenever you think of a face palette and then you get it like this, it just seems a little bit small. Just a little bit. I do have some other ones that I'm going to compare it to towards the end of the video so that way we can see the difference between the pans and stuff like that. It does have a specific instruction for each product in here, and I am going to read it off of the website just so I don't get it wrong. You can get the right information, but of course it's makeup. You can use it however you want. Like I said, it does come with 2 cream products, and by the way, they are separated, which is nice. It does have the little plastic right there, and you just lift it up so that way you don't mix the products or powder doesn't get into the cream. And it does say to apply the cream blush on the apples of the cheeks with the blush brush. So very simple, normal, and that one would be the cream blush right here, which is like the dark cherry color right there. Apply the glow cream base on the upper cheekbones with your finger or a highlighting brush. Today I'll be using a highlighting brush, I'm pretty sure. And that one is the glow cream base, which is also the one up here. And then the next one says, apply the glow extreme powder on top with a highlighting brush or your finger for an extreme shine, which is this one. And that one's going to give you the extra glow if you want like something more intense. And then lastly is this last one, and that one says, apply the duo glow powder on top with highlighting brush or with your finger for a multicolored shine. So these are very colored. It's nothing champagne, nothing white, nothing gold. It's like a very, I would say, cherry-like type of tones, pink tones pretty much. And those colors are not always the most flattering on my skin tone just because sometimes, and I'm not saying this palette because I haven't tried it yet, but sometimes those shades tend to give me a little bit of shadow. So I'm hoping that these don't. And by shadow, I mean like at a certain angle, it looks kind of grayish. And then it just makes it look like I have like either like a line or a streak on my face, or it just looks, like I said, shadowy and kind of darkish, so it doesn't look the best. So I'm going to be trying these out. I'm going to do 1 and 1, and then we'll play with it and see where else I can apply it and just see how that works. And the only thing that I did do, by the way, is I stuck my finger in the both of the cream products just because I was curious, you know. Like I said, I haven't used them on my face, so still first impression. I already have my contour and my bronzer done, so that's out of the way. All I have to do is apply my blush and my highlight now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little angled brush, JH04 brush, and I'm going to try, let's go ahead and do this one because that's the one that I'm like really interested in, and of course I want to apply this one first. So let me just take a little bit. Oh, that really did show up big time. It looks pink though. It doesn't look that burgundy. I thought it was going to be a little bit more like a reddish tone, not so pink. A little bit deeper, kind of like a fallish type of blush, but not bad. It's blending out pretty good, and it just, I don't know, that was very easy to apply. Nothing weird about that. And honestly, I can't even feel the difference between it being a cream and a powder. So yeah, I guess that's it. That was pretty quick. It's very, very pigmented, very, very pink. And it does have a little bit of a sheen to it. It's definitely not matte, but it's also not extra glowy or extra shimmery or anything like that. I feel like it looks pretty nice. It does go with me, and I can almost guarantee you I can build this up. And for the sake of the video, we will build this up just a little bit because not everybody has my skin tone. You can either leave it like this or even apply less if you have lighter skin tone, but if you have a deeper skin tone, then you might be able to work with this, or you might need a little bit more. So we'll see how it builds up. Oh, for sure, it really does build up. So of course, this is not something that I would normally do or wear this much blush. I just want to see how much it builds up, you know? So there you go. That was very easy to apply another layer. Even though, I put it a little bit too close to my under eye area. Even though it's not a blush that I would wear, it still looks very blended out. You know, it's very, very pink, but it doesn't look like a splotch on my face. It just looks very blended out. So I'm okay with that. Next, I'm gonna use this blush over here. And this one can also be used as a glow, as a highlight, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it as a blush today. And I'm gonna take a different brush because I don't wanna use the same one. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit and just apply this on this side. Okay, so that was like barely. Let me grab a little bit more. It does seem like it's, like for sure, it's very creamy. So that one gave me a little less, well, a lot less compared to the other side. It's just like a light pink. It does have a little bit of shimmer in there. I'm gonna apply a little bit more and really try to pick some up. I can tell that it's like, you know, moving the product in there because it is a cream product, so I can see the brush strokes in there, but I'm not picking up that much. And there you can see it. It does show up. It's a very, very light pink with a lot of, maybe not a lot, but it does have the shimmer in there, the glow in there. So there you go. That is the difference. And I think for a face palette and you're only making one for everyone, that does help and that does work because you can either wear this side as a blush, and as far as this blush shade, well, you can always apply a lighter hand and use it if you have lighter skin tone. So it just works, you know what I mean? So it just seems like it was a little bit more thought out. You can actually use these shades for different skin types, build it up, put less, so it just works. So this side is pretty good. This is something that I would wear just like this, super, super light. Let me just go ahead and apply one more and see how much I can build it up. I'm actually gonna dig in there just a little bit, because like I said, you can see the brush strokes in there, and I want to make sure that I'm grabbing enough product. I think I grabbed a lot in the center, but that's okay. Let me try to blend that out. So there we go. That made it just a little bit more pink, a little bit more intense, and this is what I would wear. This is pretty good to me. It doesn't look like too much or like there's no blush at all, and again, it does look very blended out. And sometimes I'm a little bit like, I'm wearing cream products on top of powder. This does not look bad at all. And I'm also a little bit like, on products that are cream products in general, just because I always forget to apply them before applying my powder. So I'm gonna use my Anastasia brush right here. This is the A23, and I'm gonna take this highlight right here. This one is the Glow Extreme, and it does seem like it's giving me just a tiny bit of fallout. Oh yeah, for sure it did. So let me just take that off, and I'm gonna apply this. Let me apply it on this side, so that way, well, what side should I do it on? I'll go ahead and apply it on this side and see how that looks. Oh yeah, for sure that did give me a lot of glow, and it doesn't look too dark. I thought it was going to be a little bit too pink for me, a little bit too deep, and it's not giving me a shadow effect at all to my face. When I'm looking forward, I can see this glow right here, and when I look to the side, it looks very blended out. So even though it did give me some fallout whenever I went like this, like it was a little bit loose, it still looks very, very nice on my face. I didn't even try very hard to blend that out, so that's pretty good. And let me see, which other one should I use? I'll just use this one. I'm gonna use the Morphe JH09 and apply the Dual Glow. This one's supposed to give you multicolor, so it's probably gonna be a little pink, a little golden, or a little pink, and a little peachy or something like that, just because that's the color that it looks. So let's find out. Oh yeah, no, for sure. This one looks very, very peachy on me. Oh no, this one won't work as a highlight for me at all. So this one is very intense. The color really shows up. It looks very pretty. It's a pretty color, but I could not use this as a highlight. Maybe a tiny, tiny bit as on top of a blush or something, but for sure, not a highlight. But I could always use that if I wanted to, I don't know, on the inner corner, on the inner corner, or on where else would I be able to use that one? On my eyelid, I guess, if I wanted to. Maybe it's just going to be one of those shades that I don't really use, but I do like the Glow Extreme. I think that one looks really, really nice. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the Glow Extreme and apply this on my nose. Yeah, because this one looks like it's going to be kind of pink, because it is pink in the pen. I'm always afraid of those because those, like I said before, they give me like that shadowy effect. But this actually doesn't even look pink on my nose. Let me apply it right here on the center. Let's see how much glow it gives me. There we go. That looks nice. So that's good enough for me. Like I said, not pink, so that's good. And I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of whatever is left on my forehead. So it's blending out really easily. And by the way, this one is a Too Faced brush, and this one's just called the highlighting brush. It's one of the new ones from their new Pretty Rich collection. So there you go. That is the highlight, you guys. And what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit on my Cupid's bow, because I do always apply that there, so I'm going to get that. I'm just going to take this small synthetic brush, and yeah, I'll just use this one right here. There you go. That looks nice. Right? It looks a little bit pink. Maybe just a tiny bit pink, but not much. But on top of the blush, it doesn't look pink at all, I guess, because the blush is already pink. And on my forehead, I don't really see it looking pink either, or on the tip of my nose, but I do see a little bit of the pink, so you can see it a little bit, so just a tiny bit, but not in a shadowy way, which is fine with me. So that's pretty much it. That's everywhere that I can apply the highlights. They're not the same formula as the ones in here. I thought they were gonna be, but they're not. These are more of a cream, actual cream, but still have that powdery finish to it. So not an exact like sheer cream product. It still has like a powdery finish to it, so that looks nice. I just feel like one shade is the one that didn't work for me, which is the Duo Glow, but it might work for you. It just depends on your skin tone. So for the size of brushes that I have, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, it pretty much just fits in there, since these are a little bit in an angle, and at the same time they're not very like puffed out. They're just kind of narrow, kind of thin. And highlighting brushes are not super huge either, at least mine aren't. So it actually does fit okay in here. Like, it's not bad. Like, I don't need a huge pan for a highlight, but I was just saying that at the beginning because compared to other pans, it might look a little smaller. And the highlighting brushes, again, it's not, they're not that big. So if you have this one by Morphe, you can see the size, and then if you have the Anastasia one, you can see how it fits in there. So let me go ahead and swatch the two. Oh yeah, for sure, whenever I swatch it like this, before I just stuck my finger in there, it does feel very, very creamy, but on my face, it gives me like that powder finish. And then this one, oh yeah, this one does too, the same. It does feel very, very creamy, which of course they are cream products. It's just that on my face, they didn't apply that way. They kind of just easily blended out. So that's why I was a little confused there. But there are the two swatches, and for sure the top one is very pigmented. You would only need a tiny bit if you have my skin tone or anything lighter, or maybe even just a few shades deeper than me, then you would still need to apply a very light hand of that one. And then let me go ahead and swatch these two right here. So there is the first one, which worked for me as a highlight, and then this one is the one that is just way too pink, which looks very beautiful though. That one's pretty. That one's gonna look pretty all over my eyelid. I think that's where I'd be able to use that one, which I'll probably forget, so I probably won't. I'm just saying that, but it's there in case I want to. You know what they kind of remind me of? No, they don't. I was gonna say they kind of remind me of the cream products that are in here, but they actually do not. So I take that back. But okay, so I think that's pretty good. I got a few face palettes just so we can compare the sizes. If you're not interested in this part, well then that is pretty much it for today's video. But if you have the other palettes, you can see the size and like kind of get an idea on why I felt like it was a little bit small. Of course, the amount of product is on the website, so keep that in mind, that maybe I expected for it to be a little bit bigger, but I just mean the pan size, you know, because it just looks tiny, but it's actually not too bad now that I've used it and used my brushes in there, like I said earlier. So I just want to show you in comparison so you have an idea on what you're going to get if you buy this. Like I said, and I don't think I said that earlier, so not like I said, this one is $55, and I honestly thought it was going to be more just because it's Natasha Denona and they are known for their high prices on their eyeshadow palettes. So let me go ahead and just show you. So this one is the Smashbox Ablaze palette. So this one is the Smashbox and the Bloom palette. This one is the Sugar Peach palette, and I honestly thought that this one was going to be just like this size and everything, just because it has 4 pans and I thought it was going to be like the same size. And of course you do get more product in this one as well, just so you know. So there is a difference between these two. This one's the Hourglass one, and this one has 6 in there, 6 different products in there. And it may be something that a lot of us do have, which are contour palettes. This one is the La Rock one, and I'm just showing you for reference, not that they're the same, but just so you can see the size of it and just get an idea on how much you get. The oldest palette that I do have, which is the Contour Kit by Anastasia. So a lot of us do probably have this one because this one was very, very popular for a bit, but this one is the Contour Kit and this one is the Natasha Denona. So you see the difference in just the sizing and stuff. Not about the amount of product, like I said before. It does tell you how much product you get on the website, but I'm just showing you so you have an idea on how big the actual packaging is. Hopefully this was helpful and the size reference was helpful too, just in case. Overall, what I think about it is that I do think the products worked out very good. Like, I don't have any issues, any patchiness, anything that was wrong, anything that I wasn't able to blend out. I was actually able to apply it very fast. I thought it was going to take me a little bit longer. I don't know. But it was pretty quickly to do the first impression. I was able to just apply it and move on to the next step. I didn't feel like, because they were cream products, they were hard to blend out or anything. Anyways, you guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful somehow. The application method, the swatches. Let me know what you think about it. Are you going to be getting it? What do you think about the price and how it applied on me? Did you feel like it was easy? I feel like it was easy, but of course you saw how I applied it and how long it took me. So let me know what you think about that. That is pretty much it for today's video. I will see you guys in tomorrow's. Bye.